right, so good morning, everyone. Yes, I am Jessica. As Sharon said, I've been a resident of Robbinsville, my entire life. I went to Robbinsville High School. Last May I graduated magna cum laude from the College of New Jersey with a degree in international studies, specializing in global health development and environment, and I minored in economics and Chinese. I'm also a member of the Honors Societies for Political Science, International Studies, and Chinese Language. During my undergraduate, I interned at the Foundation on Economic Trends, which is founded by a man named Jeremy Rifkin, who has served as an economic advisor to world leaders such as German Chancellor Angela Merkel. In this role, I was able to apply my research skills and my expertise on China to help Jeremy Rifkin conduct a webinar that educated the Chinese government on sustainable infrastructure retrofitting in order to help them achieve their 2060 goals for carbon neutrality. Since graduating, I have been working at a DC-based NGO startup. And it's called the Center for Transnational Environmental Accountability, or CT for short. CT was founded by an internationally renowned environmental lawyer from China named Jingjing Zhang. She is my boss, and she's also been referred to as the Erin Brockovich of China. She's really, really incredible. It's an honor to work under her. But my role as a program associate at CT is extremely diverse. Right now, I am designing a fellowship program for Latin American junior lawyers that should be launched in 2023. I additionally was really involved in our strategic planning process, and I penned our mission statement. I provide educational materials for communities in Africa and Latin America so that they can better understand Chinese international enterprises that are engaging in extractive development in their regions. I provide translation and analysis for Chinese policy and guidelines on the environment. I also I wrote a script for a documentary on the environmental impact of Chinese investments in Guinea, which will be released for the United Nations Conference of the Parties in Kunming later this year. And so really exciting, this September I'm going to be starting my dual master's degree, as Sharon said, in environmental policy, technology, and health. The first year will be in Beijing and the second year will be in London. This is a really exciting opportunity. The program will impart a really comprehensive and cross-cultural understanding of environmental management, and it will also build an internationalized cohort for robust East and West academic and professional partnership. This incredible opportunity, it will give me the experiences and the perspective that is needed in order to tackle the really profound cultural and political differences that exist between the United States and China, to allow us to collaboratively address the mounting globalized pressures of climate change. And I really chose this program because there's a very high number of graduates who go on to work at the United Nations, and working for the UN, particularly the environment program, has been a goal of mine since I was in high school. And furthermore, the state-of-the-art research training that will be provided by the program will allow me to advance my quantitative skills and continue my research on the ways that extractive development exacerbates conflict in the developing world. And this research will provide the basis for trade relations that prioritizes the health and the well-being of communities. Yeah, I mean, one of the most common reasons I hear from people my age for why they want to travel abroad is because they hate where they're from, they hate their town, and they want to get out. But for me, this can't be farther from the truth. The thing that calls me abroad is my love for New Jersey and for all the wonderful people I've met here, even the wonderful people I've met here just today. Working or volunteering with the Food and Water Watch and advocating on behalf of the Ramapo Lenape, and even feeding my neighbors at the Trenton area soup kitchen, it provided me this incredible perspective that development is not just the endeavor of poor states. It's the endeavor of anyone who seeks and strives for a healthy, happy, and fulfilling lives for themselves and for their families. And so I want to travel abroad to gain a better perspective so that I can forge myself into an even better tool for service, so that I can serve those, not just those who I work with in Africa who are facing these environmental and developmental crises, but also for the plethora of immeasurably impactful people who I've met right here at home. And thank you very much.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Save questions.
Yeah, please do. Are there any questions? Yes, Jessica, thank you. Yes.
I just had.
Hang on a second, folks.
I just had a comment that a former teacher of yours from elementary school told me that you were quite the epitome of service above self when you were in the Early Act Club in the Robbinsville schools. And that you were the first to raise your hand, you were the first with ideas. So I hope that's what really started, that was the kernel of development for your interest in service.
Yes, I would absolutely say that.
Yeah. So you have a connection with Rotary going back many years.
Our club has Sharon, maybe you can help me out here, or somebody. Don't we have a history with doing something at the UN years ago?
Yes, we always went to the UN Day.
Yeah.
With the exchange students, there was a Rotary UN Day, usually it's in September, I think, and we would go every year.
Once a month.
Yeah, and that was a big day. The district was part of that.
Okay. All right, any other questions for Jessica?
I just want to say
Yeah.
this gives us hope because
Boy,
what
does
an
it.
outstanding young lady.
Thank you very much. And I just want to say that this scholarship opportunity is really amazing because, it allows me to be a part of this incredible network. This club here, the Greater Club, and the clubs in London and potentially Beijing as well, to be, inculcated into an environment of service above self. It's really an amazing opportunity.
I should know this, but are there Rotary clubs in China?
There are, yeah.
There are.
Mhm.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
The clubs in China are not for Chinese people, just as an information. They are only established for expats. A lot of Americans and others who are working over there, so only they are allowed to be members. Chinese are not allowed to be members.
That makes sense.
How about that?
But there are 3 or 4 clubs in China, yes.
Wow. Did you visit any of them? Were you in China?
I went to China once in 2016, but I did not visit any Rotary.
When do you plan to go out there? When do you start?
I start in September, so I would plan to go out in August. Yeah.
You'll be able to transition with the culture and the language. You've had, I think I read well over 1,500 hours of training in the Chinese language.
Yes,
right?
I've been studying for a really long time, and it is an extremely hard language, so there's still a lot, there's still a lot for me to learn, but I really, I think it's important to see not just the Chinese government, but the Chinese people as well. They're people just like us, and so if I reach out honestly to understand them, they will also reach out to understand me as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anything else for Jessica? Well, thank you. You'll always be an ambassador, whether you get to the UN or not, from our community.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yep. Thank you.